Here is an intuitive and very simple non-rigorous proof of the Obelus Principle. To learn more about the Obelus Principle or get a better idea of what a more rigorous proof would look like, see the description. The Obelus Principle states, if an isolated section of the board, that is, a set of tiles whose mine configuration only affects the rest of the board through mine count, as long as it is internally coherent, has the same number n of configurations where it contains k and k plus 1 mines, then it is exactly as likely for this section to contain k plus 1 mines as it is likely for a floating tile, that is, a tile that touches no revealed number, to be a mine. So this is as likely as this. Before anything, it is important that you know that the probability of a tile being a mine is equal to the number of board configurations where this tile is a mine divided by the total number of valid board configurations. The proof goes as follows. These tiles are isolated, and if you were to group them with any floating tile, this new group would be isolated as well. What are the possible configurations that are internally coherent for this group? There are 4 of them. Case 1, k mines in the first isolated set and no mine in the floating tile. Case 2, k mines in the first isolated set of tiles and 1 mine in the floating tile. Case 3, k plus 1 mines in the first set of isolated tiles and no mine in the floating tile. And case 4, k plus 1 mine in the isolated tiles and 1 mine in the floating tile as well. You will also notice that for each of these 4 cases, there are n ways to arrange the tiles in our new set. Let's note Ci, the number of total board configurations for case number I, and Rn, the number of internally coherent ways to place n mines in the remaining tiles. The number of configurations where the first set has k plus 1 mines is C3 plus C4, and the number of configurations where the floating tile has a mine is C2 plus C4. Therefore, to prove it is as likely for the first set to contain k plus 1 mines as it is likely for the floating tile to contain a mine, all we have to do is to prove that C2 equals C3. Let's call M the number of mines that have not yet been identified. Since our new set is isolated, C2 is n times the number of ways to place M minus k plus 1 mines in the tiles outside of our set. And C3 is as well n times the number of ways to place M minus k plus 1 mines in the remaining tiles. So C3 equals n times R M minus k plus 1. C2 equals C3, therefore the Obelus principle has been proven.